All hyperspace systems operating at full power.
If the hyperspace targeting system is accurate, we will emerge in close proximity to the support vessel Car Salim. This ship has spent the past 10 years traveling on conventional drives to reach the outer Kharak system. The Car Salim will monitor the quantum waveform as we return to normal space and assist in tuning our drive control systems. If the hyperspace module malfunctions, the Car Salim will provide assistance and resupply. Mission objectives will be to dock with the support vessel in order to complete adjustments to the mothership and her drives.
Good evening. This is Maestro back with my Let's Play of Homeworld Remastered. We're now at the outskirts of Kharak, the Kharak system.
We made it. Hyperspace jump complete. All systems nominal, and the quantum wave effect has dissipated.
We have misjumped. The support ship is not here. Fleet Command will signal the Car Salim while we confirm our current position.
This is the mothership calling support vessel Car Salim. Come in, please. We've misjumped and are requesting your beacon.
Standing by.
Probe complete.
Collection complete.
This is the mothership calling support vessel Car Salim. Please respond.
Priority alert. We have picked up the Car Salim's automated beacon. Send a probe to make contact and re-establish communications.
Alright, so last game I definitely spent a lot of time waxing poetical about the legacy and greatness of Homeworld. And although Homeworld is a fantastic game, one to be remembered, one that will not only now be remembered, but even continue to be played because of its re-release. This remastering and re-release has still not been without criticism. In particular, some of the criticisms stem from the fact that this remastering of Homeworld 1 is basically on an updated Homeworld 2 engine. And some of the features of translating Homeworld 1 to the Homeworld 2 engine were not entirely successful in that translation. In particular, there is the issue of something called formations. If we take a look at one of my control groups here, my group of scouts, I have these selections at the bottom of several formations. I can even use a hotkey. So, like, I have a capital phalanx formation, a frigate line. I have an X formation. You know, I'm going to go with this one, the claw formation. And we see that they will rearrange themselves, or their ships, into the shape of a claw. And, I mean, I can press the button and the formation will happen, but what I've been told is once combat actually starts, they'll pretty much break formation and it doesn't really work properly. And I mean, part of that is because Homeworld 2 didn't have formation, so it wasn't really built for this in the first place.
Resource collector awaiting orders.
Now, there are also some things I'm going to take care of. I built a probe because I'm going to need that to trigger the next mission event, which is going to send it over here to see what happened to the Car Salim and how it's doing.
Acknowledged.
I'm also building I also built an additional resource collector so that I can harvest a little more efficiently. And what else? Oh yes, I believe I built some more of these salvage corvettes. These are very valuable little units because they can latch onto an enemy ship and then they can capture it and make it mine, and I can use it. And finally, let's see, the last thing I'm going to do is start building some interceptors. This was a unit that I unlocked in the last mission when I researched fighter drive and fighter chassis. I guess I'll also start research on Corvette chassis so that I can start building Corvettes as well. And I'm going to assign a control group to my salvage Corvettes. They will be control group 10. My interceptors are starting to build, but while they're building, I will actually send this probe over to find out what happened to the Car Salim. So this is basically a drone-type unit, unmanned. It's only one shot, so you build it and you can only move it once, but it's fast and it's cheap, and you can basically just send it somewhere to find out what's going on there. If we notice, this is the sensor map, and we notice that the probe has a very, very big sensor range, and whatever it is, it has covered by its sensors, it will pretty much illuminate on the sensors. Alright, so we've got the the ambient music is changing a little bit. We've almost got like mysterious alien sounds. And here we see the Car Salim. Now already some things don't seem to be entirely right because we see some signs of damage on the ship. A little bit of a scratch on the front of the hull. And then, of course, as we move back even further, we see more than just signs of damage. We see mega damage. This is only like a third of the ship that's left. Only the front, the canopy or whatever. And of course, someone has to be responsible for this. These right here are the Tyrannic Raiders. Pretty much the first enemy ships that you meet in Homeworld. And we cue the Tyrannic Raider theme music, which is a very, like, oppressive ambiance of a theme. Right now it's actually very much foregrounded, although I think once the cinematic ends it will be kind of backgrounded. But even when once it turns into a background theme, like right around here, now that it's backgrounded
Group
again.
1 copies. Strike group.
They're attacking.
We have the Tyrannic Raider theme, but it's more background. But we can still definitely hear it, and it's still definitely very noticeable as well. And another thing I need to do.
Friendly units.
Group 2 reports enemy
Group
contact.
2, no, Group 2.
Reporting.
That's not supposed to be Group 2.
Group 2
But my
assigned.
salvage corvettes, I'm going to send them to capture some of the enemy ships, specifically the enemy corvettes, since I don't really have any units on par with corvettes at the moment. I've only got fighters and strike craft. So, and if we look at this, here we go. This one in particular is latching onto a corvette, and it should be able to capture it. Where's my third corvette? That third corvette needs to get on this corvette so that I can capture it, because otherwise I don't really have units on par with those corvettes at the moment. Now, I should have built some interceptors, and my scouts, some of my scouts are getting a little low on hit points. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to try to save one.
Interceptor complete.
Group 1 standing by.
But where are my interceptors? Hard to target them.
Ready. Acknowledged.
Right now it's only,
Complete.
I feel like it's only saying I have
Reporting
one.
friendly units. Standing by. Ready.
Alright, there we go. So I have 5 interceptors currently built. This is a strike craft that is a bit more powerful than the scouts.
Strike group reports hostile contact. Reporting.
They have the same armor rating, but they do more than twice as much damage. So they kind of make the scouts obsolete, to be honest. And I mean, the only reason I'm really fighting with the scouts is that they were given to me for free.
Insufficient resources. Research paused.
This is a cakewalk. No problem. Group 2 copies. Group 1. Group 2. I caught one.
And I see a scout right here that is a little bit low on hit points. And what I'm going to do, if I can... Oh, I lost it. But this one. Oh.
Group 2 reporting.
No, you know, I'm going to make sure I do it for the interceptor. This interceptor, I'm telling it to dock. I press the D button so that it will dock with the mothership. And right now we see that it's at a little less than half health. Once it docks, it will restore its hit points. It will get repairs. You know, I'm just going to tell, let's see, this scout right here, let's dock that one as well. It might not get the chance, though. It's very low on hit points.
Group 2 reporting.
And do I have any more?
You are clear to dock. Group 2.
Any more interceptors?
Confirmed. Group 2 reporting.
Group 1 reports victory.
Alright, I now have 6
Hostile units
interceptors.
destroyed.
We do have
Threat
one that needs to
eliminated.
dock and restore its hit
Mothership
points.
sustained minor hull damage. Repairs are underway.
And
Interceptor
we now have
complete.
these as well.
Ready.
The Khar-Selim has been destroyed. Heavy weapon damage is visible on the remaining fragment. A salvage corvette must be sent to retrieve the mission data recorder.
So now I have
New
these.
research
First of all, I have a
available.
missile corvette. I only have one of these. I
Group
only have one
4
of these.
designated.
And I have 2 standard corvettes. These are captured enemy units.
Group 3
I can't even
designated.
build them. I will never be able to build this kind of unit, this particular kind of unit. I have other corvettes that will be accessible once I get the appropriate research upgrades, but I will never be able to build this particular model of corvette. And I mean, to be honest, the corvettes that I can build will probably actually be better than this one. But I got this one without even having to pay the resources for it. I only had to pay the resources for the salvage corvette to capture it. And
Insufficient
these salvage corvettes
resources.
are
Research
reusable.
paused.
As long as they don't die, they can capture many, many ships in their lifetime.
Group 3 copies.
So I have 2 of these salvage corvettes. Corvettes are a class of ship that are quite a bit tougher. We see a 600 armor rating to the 50 of the fighters, but they're also quite a bit slower. So we see this one has a speed of 175.
Group 2.
Our interceptors had a speed of 310.
Group 3 reporting.
So let's see. I'm actually going to build up.
Group 2 copies. Local resources exhausted. Fleet moving on. Copy. Group 1.
Let's see.
Group 2,
Interceptors.
confirmed.
I actually have 10 interceptors
Group 2
built.
reinforced.
Group
So I have
2
10
standing
interceptors
by.
built, and I'm gonna try to give them a formation, even though I don't
Group
know
2 standing by.
what that necessarily does, like if it does anything this game, but we're gonna do it anyway. Let's give them an X
Insufficient
formation.
resources. Research paused.
The interceptors don't even, or the scouts don't even seem to be in a claw formation anymore.
Group 2 reporting.
So there is that claw formation, but again, we will see
Roger.
that it will probably just break up
Group
once
2.
the action actually starts.
Group 3 reporting.
Alright,
Mothership.
so I need to send the salvage corvettes over to the Car Salim. Where is it? It's over here. So I'm going to send the salvage corvettes. I think I only need 1 to actually dock with the Car Salim. And I'm also going to send the rest of my units, the rest of my control groups.
Course set. Group 1 copies. Strike group coordinates
So,
locked in.
because I have a
Group 2,
feeling things are already going kind of
locked in.
wrong,
Destination
I have a
locked
feeling
in. Group 4, moving
those
to
salvage corvettes are
destination.
going to need
Standing
an
by.
escort. So the salvage corvettes, they both serve like mission objective roles. Like they need to dock with, in this case, the Car Salim to get its like black box flight recorder or whatever. And they also, you can use them to capture enemy ships and then make them yours. Now, let's also see. You know, I just want to get a close-up shot on the missile corvette as it is flying out. Of course, I love these close-up shots, but sometimes it's not really practical to do this when the action's going on. You need to
Group
zoom
3.
out back a little bit.
Roger.
Let's also get a closer look at the standard corvette. So the Tyrannic Raider theme has like kind of been turned down, but now we have kind of just a very, very subtle space ambiance. It really just gives that feeling of the dead of space. Just have like a very low
Research
hum sound,
complete.
and occasionally that
New
like
research
mysterious
available. New corvettes
high-pitched
available
sound
for
that
construction.
is transitioned very well. Let's also take a look. Let's make sure my resource harvesting operation is going along well. So here is one of my resources just on its way. The yellow bar right here under the green bar means that it is filled up. Its tanks of resources are full. I believe I also have another resourcer I should. Yes, and here this one as well. This one is not full, so it will go around and it will start to suck out the resources of all these asteroids. It should start, I'm guessing, for this little one right here. Well, there we go. Alright.
Group 10.
Now, I do need to have one of these salvage corvettes dock, I believe just one, dock with the Car Salim.
Group 1.
I'm going to tell the others to just move a little bit closer just in case anyone decides to interfere. And then I have 2 more salvage corvettes on standby, just in case they need to initiate a capture order on an enemy corvette.
Group 1 reporting. Group 2. Group 4 reporting.
And there is sometimes a little bit of downtime in this game. I think this game,
Confirmed.
the original Homeworld, has a little more downtime than the second.
Ready.
And the pacing can occasionally be actually a little bit on the
Group
slow
2
side.
standing by. Group 1.
But I mean, it's time to just really admire the beauty, and we see just the space backgrounds, whether it's nebulae or whatever. I don't really know my technical
Priority
details.
alert.
I'm not really that
Additional hostile units
knowledgeable
detected
about
on an
astronomy.
intercept
I know a
course
few
with the
terms.
Khar-Selim.
Alright, we
Protection
do see
of the
some
salvage team is the
enemies
primary objective.
on an intercept
It
course,
must
so I'm going
return the
to
mothership with
send
the
my
mission
units on an
recorder.
intercept course.
We need that data.
Group 1 copies.
It's an enemy carrier. They appear to be reinforcing their squadrons.
Ooh, they
of
said that I have an
fighters
enemy.
and
Oh
corvettes.
yes, this is an enemy carrier. So this is a capital ship vessel. This is a big ship. Usually, capital ship in space terms usually just means like a big ship, not a fighter, not a corvette. This one in
Strike group
particular
reports
is a
hostile
carrier,
contact. Under
so
attack.
it
What's
carries
involved?
strike craft. And in the context of Homeworld, since this is a real-time strategy game where you need to build units, it's also a manufacturing unit.
Group 1.
Although I believe it does not have access to the manufacturing capabilities of a mothership class vessel.
Group 1.
But it looks like I'm doing pretty well to just destroy these enemy ships. Right now they are only fighters, and I don't particularly care to capture the fighters. They're pretty expendable, they die pretty easily. I'm going to tell one interceptor to go home and dock since it's at less than half health. Let's see if I can save this scout as well before it bites the dust. I don't know. It's a close call.
Exhausted. Fleet, moving on. Group 2 copies.
No, and I lost that one scout.
Group 2 standing by.
And do I have any corvettes coming as well? No. Alright, so I have one salvage corvette that's actually trying to head home. It is being chased down by something that I wanted to target. This. So this is a Tyrannic Raider fighter. I like to get these close-up shots. I imagine it's going to take a few shots of its own. Or not, because it had, like, a bad angle. But anyway.
2 copies.
So there's the carrier. Now the carrier as a capital ship vessel, I don't really have things that will be able to adequately deal with that. My fighters, even though the carrier is not really a combat vessel, the carrier is just pretty much just way too big for anything that I have to deal with it. None of my units are really equipped to take on a carrier. I also need to start this heavy corvette upgrade. So I've done corvette chassis and corvette drive so I can start building light corvettes. But, you know, I'm going to research this heavy corvette, and I think I'll wait before I build any of my own corvettes. And I mean, I might have more opportunities. I probably will have more opportunities to capture corvettes as well.
Mission data recording. Replaying last entry.
What do you mean you detect a hyperspace entry? The mothership isn't due for...
Sir, I have multiple contacts on...
Alright, I want to get my things... I know we've got like a cutscene going on, I hate to interrupt, but I want to get my units away from that carrier.
Group 2 under attack.
I've got one interceptor in particular, I want him to dock.
Group 4 reports enemy contact.
Reporting fire. We are under attack. They're getting through.
Group 2 reports enemy contact.
Group 1.
Confidence to mothership if you are receiving a full hyperdrive test. Repeat, a full hyperdrive test.
4 standing by. Attack vector loading. Group 4 reporting. Moving to intercept. Group 1 standing by. Group 1 copies. Group 1 standing by. Group 2 reporting. Group 1 reporting. Copy. Dock order confirmed. Resource collector awaiting instructions. Group 1 copies. Group 3. Group 4 reporting. Group 2 reporting. Strike group moving into position. Group 10.
We are detecting enemy units advancing on our position. Organize a defensive force to protect the mothership.
Group 2 under attack.
Supporting friendly units. Group 2. Dock order confirmed.
Alright, I'm going to make a little bit of a retreat. I do have some interceptors that need to go back to the mothership and dock so that they will not die.
Group 3 standing by.
I mean, I guess it's only 2 of them. Let's have you dock, let's have you dock,
Coming into dock.
and then everyone except those
Research
2.
complete.
Go back
New
and attack.
corvettes available for construction.
Reporting. Strike group to battle position.
Let's have my corvettes also move
Group
back.
10 copies. Coordinates confirmed. Coordinates confirmed. Acknowledge
scouts.
Group 1. Group 1
Scouts.
reporting. Strike group prepare
you
for
back.
assault. Group 3 copies.
And I have
Group
some
3
corvettes
copies.
that
Acknowledge.
are actually available to capture, so let's start those capture
Strike
orders.
group receiving
Where are those
fire.
enemy
Group
corvettes?
10 reports enemy contact. Group 4
So
under
enemy
attack.
corvettes over
Group
here
10
are marked out
under
by the
attack.
square.
Group 3 reports enemy contact.
Group 1.
And I want to try to capture as many of those enemy corvettes as I can, because I can then get Corvette class units without actually having to pay for them.
Group 10 reports enemy contact.
Group 1 reporting. Docking underway. Group 1 reporting.
Looks like did I lose a unit or did I kill a unit?
3. Supporting friendly units.
Now this is tough because I
One
want to
standing
get a
by.
capture
Underway.
order,
Group 2. Move order confirmed. Group 1 reporting.
but my own ships are trying to blow up those corvettes.
Moving into position. Group 3 standing by.
Group 3 under attack. Group 2 reports enemy contact.
Group 10 copies. Copy.
Group 10 under attack. Group 2 under
Alright, those
attack.
corvettes are only at about half health. You know what? It's
Group
time to
3
dock my
reports enemy
units.
contact. Group 10 reports
I'm going to dock
enemy
most of my
contact.
units aside from maybe my own corvettes, so that they will not interfere. And to make sure they stay docked, I'm going to check. I'm going to take away this box that says auto launch, and then check the box that says stay docked. That way they will stay inside the mothership until I tell them to launch.
Group 10
Alright, looks
under
like we've got
attack.
another capture order underway. Finally, one of the salvage corvettes has managed to latch onto this standard corvette, only at half health, but that will also repair once it gets inside the
Reporting
mothership.
enemy contact. Group 1 copies.
Alright, salvage corvettes. We have another one finally getting a capture. Thank you very much. What else? Ooh! A missile corvette launched some missiles at my own corvette that was capturing.
Copy.
So at this point, it looks like I've got everything researched. So already we see things really not going well for the mothership and its crew, and that almost seems like a common theme in this game. It often seems like if something can go wrong in this game, as part of the story of the game, it will go wrong.
Reporting. Group 1 reporting.
They needed to meet up with a ship to help test its drives, and then that ship was completely destroyed. Not only completely destroyed, but instead what we had waiting for us
Group 3.
was basically a bunch of bandits. Well, maybe not bandits. I don't know if that's a correct
Protect
term.
against penetration of the Kharak system. Destroy the attacking force completely.
Alright, I'm going to launch all of my units now, and I can always just tell launch all. Sometimes it's easier though to have it set to auto launch when all you want is just the repairs.
1 copy. Group 3.
And I should be looking at some more corvettes soon. Yep, now I have 2 missile corvettes. And then for the standard corvettes, I now have 4 of them. So 4 standard corvettes.
Group 3. Reinforced.
And I'm running out of scouts, and to be honest, I'm not going to replace them since I think they're pretty much outclassed by the interceptors. Which, I actually don't think the interceptor is that pretty of a ship.
Mothership.
Oh, but I have some more things incoming already, did not even notice. Let's get those capture orders underway because here are 2 corvettes.
Order confirmed. Group 10. Reporting. Ready.
Capture orders underway.
Group 10
I have a resource collector being a wallflower that started again, maybe because it was attacked. And, oh, you know what? Let's see. Too many things attacking the corvettes I want to capture, attack this fighter that I just want dead.
Group prepare for assault. Group 1 copies.
We're about to see this fighter get lit up.
Group 2 copies. Group 3 copies. Confirmed.
It's going to close up on the fighters, or the corvettes rather, as they're fighting. And looks like I now have a new standard corvette. Whoa, the carrier is really close.
Enemy contact.
Holy crap, that is the carrier. And again, the carrier, I personally don't really want to deal with the carrier at the moment, but it's so close to me already.
Group 1 copies. Drawing heavy fire. Group 1 reporting. Docking underway. Coming into dock. Group 3 reporting. Group 3 standing by.
Launch
Target
all.
confirmed. Group 4 copies. Underway. We got company. Group 4 standing by. Supporting friendly units. Group 3. Roger. Group 3 copies. Roger. Group 3 reporting. 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 Group 3. All stations reporting by the numbers. Moving to destination. Gotcha. Group 1 standing by. Dock order confirmed. Group 2 standing by. Group 4 copies. Group 3 standing by. Standing by. Group 4 reporting. Confirmed.
I apparently now have 3 of the missile corvettes. Ooh, I have another standard corvette that needs to be captured. Leave it alone.
Group 2 copies. Group 3 standing by. Group 4. New heading set. Group 3 copies. Group 10 standing by. Acknowledged.
We wanted to attack the fighters and keep those corvettes alive.
Group 10 under attack.
Group 3 copies. Moving to intercept.
10.
Group 1 copies.
Group 4 reports
Yeah, I
enemy
need someone
contact.
going for that
Ready.
corvette.
Acknowledged. Group 1. Group 1 copies. Group 4 standing by.
Ooh, I have a corvette that needs to dock. Get out of there.
Roger.
They're having trouble. Wait, he's going for the...
Roger.
Oh, missile corvette's going for the fighter. That's fine. And then finally, my capture orders look like they're just about to be successful. Unfortunately, it looks like my salvage corvettes might even be having trouble catching up to the missile corvette. The missile corvette is actually faster.
Roger.
Please don't destroy my existing missile corvette. I hope this is getting so close. Do not die. All right, very nice. Managed to get inside, and it will restore up to
Group
full.
1 standing by.
Now, let me check my objectives. It is actually saying to destroy the carrier, but again, I don't really have much that I can use to destroy the
Group 3
carrier.
standing by.
That's going to be kind of
Group
tough.
3. Group 3. Standing by. Group 4 standing by. Attack coordinates.
I mean, I'll
locked in.
try
Group
issuing
3.
an order,
Group 3
but
standing
I don't
by.
think they're going to do a whole lot of damage to
Group
that
3
carrier.
reporting. Roger.
Group 3
Crap.
reinforced.
Accidentally
Group 3
screwed up my
assigned.
control
Group 1
groups.
reporting.
Let's launch all my units so I can correct that.
Group 1 copies. Group 4. Group 3 reporting. Standing by. Group 4 standing by. Group 4 coming into dock.
Some corvettes are under fire.
Group 4 standing
Let's
by.
move
Course
back
set.
a little bit
En route.
away from the carrier, actually, see if I can get some more captures. I haven't even done
Group
damage to the
4
carrier
under
yet.
attack.
Group 3 reporting.
And, I mean, right now I don't really have units that can really adequately damage the carrier. I've got some tougher units now in the form of these corvettes, but they are still not really...
Group 10 reporting.
Group 4 reports enemy contact.
Group 3 reporting.
One corvette in
Docking
particular
underway.
needs to get out of there.
Group 1 reporting. Group 2 standing by. Confirmed.
Alright, my
Group
interceptor
2
should be Group 2.
assigned. Group 10 reports enemy contact.
Supporting friendly units. Group 3 copies. Group 2 copies.
Group 4 under attack. Group 2 under attack.
Ready. Strike group reports hostile contact. Roger. Group 4 reporting. Order
Lost one of
confirmed.
those standard
Intercept
corvettes.
course punched in. Group 3. Group 1.
Group 10 under attack.
You're looking fine. Group 10 reporting. Group 1 standing by. Group 2 standing by. Strike group coordinates locked in. Group 3
Let's
reporting.
just tell some of
Group
my
2
corvettes to
reports
dock.
enemy contact.
En route. Group 3. Docking underway.
Mothership.
Group 2 reporting. Group 1 copies. Group 2 reporting.
Group
Got
2
a lot of
under
resources. In
attack.
fact, I think all of my resources, I think, are
Group 10
exhausted at
reports
this point.
enemy contact.
Alright.
Group 1 standing by. Group 2. Coming into dock. Group 2 copies. Strike group to battle positions.
We've got 2 more corvette capture orders underway. The carrier... Oh, there's the carrier again.
Group 3. Group 4
Telling
copies.
my corvettes to
Group
dock
1
to restore their
standing
hit
by.
points.
Group 2 reporting.
Here comes some
Group 1
new
copies.
hostiles, however.
Strike group attack order confirmed. Group 2 standing by. Strike group to battle position.
I'm setting my
Group
interceptors
2.
on an intercept course. And actually, my resource collectors are
Roger.
still researching, or still resourcing.
Group
And
1
it looks like
defeated the
I've got
enemy.
plenty of resources, not even using them at the moment. I could build more units, I
Group 4
could,
copies. Group 4
but I don't
standing
feel like it.
Enemy units are retreating. Objectives complete.
And
Stand by
actually,
for immediate return to
they're not
combat.
even... Alright, yeah, I mean, it wasn't really realistic for me to actually try to take on the carrier with what I had. I really need something better. Alright, at any rate, looks like it's time to return to Kharak, unless are there more resources to collect?
Ready.
Yes, there are. You know what? I'm going to tough it out. Make sure I get these resources
Roger.
collected so that I have a huge amount of resources in the bank. Right now I've got 2,700. I haven't even spent that much in this mission. I did a lot of research.
Group 1 reporting. Group 2 reporting. Ready. Resources locked in. Resources exhausted. Acknowledged. Resources downrange. Stand down. We're on hold.